Shalom, everybody. This is Betty Erica, aka Lady Smooth. I haven't done a video in so long, and I know it's been a while. Your girl has had some Job moments, put it like that. However, we're not here to talk about that right now. But I would like to say this topic is about the second Exodus. The Most High has been wanting me to do this for a very long time, and I've been putting it off, and now is the time, because I want people to be clear about, they want to know, where is the second Exodus in the Bible, in the scriptures? And it's there. We overlook it all the time, right? But it's throughout the whole Bible. Trust me, it is. Now, first, I'd like to show you guys my shirt. That's a stand up. It is the Lion of Judah because that's who the Messiah is. That's who Yesiah, our Christ, our King. That's who he is. He is our King, and he is the Lion of the bloodline of Judah. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I missed everybody, and I just want to get into this word. First, I'm going to start off with Genesis chapter 15, verse 12 through 18, okay? And the reason why is because it starts off with a covenant with Abraham. Now, the Most High has made a covenant with Abraham. Make no mistakes about that. And also, the Most High calls Abraham a friend of his. So he wouldn't lie to his friend, right? If he tells Abraham he's going to get his seed from the fourth generation, the remnant of his seed, and after the 400 years, then that is just that, right? Well, the Most High doesn't lie anyways, right? Also, I like to say that Sister Carrie Ann, she talks about this a lot. And one thing I want to say about Sister Carrie Ann is the reason why I started watching her is because of my dear mother. My dear mother, who has passed away, but my mother served 20 years in the Army, and she also fought 2 wars. So this is my mother. And she has turned me on to Sister Carrie Ann before she passed away. And the reason why is because she said a lot of her prophecies line up with yours, because for a long time I told my mother about who Barack Obama is, being the Antichrist. And she was surprised to hear it from someone else. And at first, my mother and I disagreed on that until my mother had a dream herself about him. But anyways, this topic is not about that, but I just wanted to put that in there and to show you guys the reason why I reference Sister Carrie Ann. And a lot of our visions are pretty similar. She's much higher in the spiritual realm than I am on the level of visions. However, the Most High has told me a lot of things before I even started listening to her. Okay? And the second Exodus is pretty much one of them that I didn't understand when I had dreams about it. Okay? 1 second, guys. I just want to drink this tea. Okay. Now let's just get into it. And this is a lot of scripture, so I'm hoping that I can get through this video without making it too long, okay? Okay, so the covenant with Abraham, let's start off with that. Genesis 15, 12, verse 12 through 18. And it goes like this, okay? And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep. I have my sefer here, just so you guys know. There's my sefer, okay? And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham. And lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abraham, the Most High, Know of surely that your seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they will serve, will I judge. And afterwards shall they come out with great substance. And you shall go to your fathers in peace. First, let's stop there. Okay. Shall serve and afflict them for 400 years. So the 400 years is almost over. We're not quite there yet. Most people think it's over, but it's not over. We're not over. We're still in the land of our captivity. All the Yasharites, aka Israelites, are still in the land of their captivity. Okay. And also that nation whom shall serve will I judge. So the Most High will judge Babylon. The Most High will judge Babylon. Okay? Make no mistakes about that. And they will come out with great substance. So we won't go empty-handed just like the first Exodus. The first Exodus with Moses. Everyone came out with something given to them by the Egyptians. Okay? And you shall go to your fathers in peace, and you shall be buried in a good old age. So the Most High is telling Abraham that he'll be buried in an old age. He won't see this. But at that time, that's pretty much what happened. Later on, he passed away. Okay? But in the fourth generation, okay, they shall come here again, for the iniquities of the Amorites is not yet fulfilled. And when it come to pass that when the sun went down, when it came to pass that when the sun went down, and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and burning lamp that passed between those pieces. And that same day, the Most High cut a covenant with Abraham, saying, unto your seed have I given this land, from the rivers of Egypt unto the great river, to the river of Perath. Okay? So that very time when the Most High had told Abraham what he is going to do, what he will do, rather, he cut a covenant with him. Okay? And you know that covenants, the Most High don't play about covenant. He do not play about covenant and contracts. Basically, covenant is a contract. So if he said he's going to do something, he's going to do something. And that is one of them. So the reason why I chose to read Genesis first is because people don't know that Genesis is prophetic, okay? Revelation is also very prophetic, okay? The whole Bible is prophetic in prophecy. You just have to look through it and ask the Most High for wisdom in order to interpret it and understand it. Rather, a lot of pastors don't read Genesis and they don't read Revelation, because those are two very, I want to say, prophetic chapters. So let's go to Revelation 12. So I'm unfolding the prophecies first. First, we know that supernaturally and physically that the Most High made a covenant with Abraham. Okay, that is one thing. So that's his promise to Abraham. He didn't promise the rapture. He promised that we know the rapture is coming in Revelation, which is the sixth seal. But first, the covenant with Abraham. Okay, so let's go to Revelation. So we're going from the beginning and we're going to the ends, because we are in the end times. Okay, we are heading towards the end. Okay, so Revelation 12, verse 13, which is the woman with the 12 stars, which represents the 12 tribes. Okay, I want to break that down first, which Sister Carrie Ann talks about that a lot. But me noticing other scriptures throughout the whole Bible, I said, wow, I never realized how much the Most High says it over and over and over again, that he's going to gather his seed from the four corners of the earth. He don't sugarcoat it. He does not change his words. It says it throughout the scriptures. So it's there, people. It's there. And if you don't believe it, like I watch We Woke, one of the pastors, I forgot his name. Anyhow, he doesn't believe in it. And I think even Deborah and the Watchmen, maybe they don't talk about it much, but I listen to a lot of other things that they say. But you have to ask the Most High for discernment to understand the difference, because they may not talk about it, but it's there. And they may not believe it, but it's there. And I even message him like, hey, don't stop telling people that the second Exodus is not real, because it is, okay? So let's go back. Let's go to Revelation 12, verse 13. Okay, 12, verse 13. Okay. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, that's when the Antichrist is incarnated, okay, into the man whom we know. Okay. He persecuted the woman which brought forth the male child, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and time and time and a half from the face of the serpent. Okay? So, and let's go back, because this is the woman with the 12 stars above her head. Okay, let's go back to Revelation 12. Okay, so Revelation 12 speaks this prophecy through 12 through 17. Okay. And a tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a male child, who was to rule all nations with a rod iron, and her child was caught up unto the Most High, to his throne. Okay, what does that mean? That is Christ. Okay, he's already did his job. He's already took his place on the cross and died on the cross for our sins. Even though the devil tried to stop it, he couldn't stop it. So it's almost like the same thing. Just like he wants to stop the second Exodus, and the dragon wants to come after the woman, but the woman is fleeing with the wings into the wilderness. That's it. Okay. Okay, and there was a war with Michael and his angels. I would read that part, but I don't want to go into that as much, because I don't want to get off track here. So that is the prophecy of the woman with the 12 stars. So basically start from Revelation 12. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, traveling in birth and pain, to be delivered. And there appeared another woman in heaven, and behold, a great dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. And those represent the kings, the 7 kings. Okay. However, the 12 tribes, because Christ do come from the 12 tribes, okay? And the 12 tribes represents the 12 tribes. The 12 stars represents the 12 tribes, okay? So let's get off that subject now and let's go into more scriptures about the second Exodus, which this is the prophecy. I'm laying the foundation for the prophecy first. Okay, now, if you read Isaiah 59, verse 20, let's go there. Let's go to Isaiah. As a matter of fact, I might read all of Isaiah because Isaiah has so, not all of it, but most throughout Isaiah have so many prophecies about the second Exodus, okay? And when you read these, you know it's prophecies because these scriptures are coming from the prophets themselves. Isaiah is a prophet, okay? Let's be clear where prophecy comes from. Prophecy comes from a prophet. And what does a prophet mean? A prophet is one who hears from the Most High, okay? That's all it is. Isaiah 59, verse 20. Okay. Oh, it's so much, okay? Okay. And the Redeemer shall come to Tison, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, says Yah, says the Most High. As for me, this is my covenant with them, says the Most High. My spirit that is upon you, and my word which I have put in your mouth shall not depart out of your mouth, nor out of the mouth of your seed, nor out of the mouth of your seed, says the Most High, from henceforth. Now, in other words, this word should not depart from the house of Jacob, from the 12 tribes, okay? This is another covenant. He's telling you the covenant that he made with his seed. First with Abraham, second with his seed. Now, since I've laid that foundation down, let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 11, verse 10 through 12. Okay, Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10 through 12. Okay, and in that day there shall be a root out of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it the other nations shall seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that Adonai shall set his hand a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Asher and from Mizmarim, which is Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, Africa, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Shamath, and from the islands of the sea. That's all over. And this is Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 10 through 12. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's go to Isaiah. I want to read all Isaiah, and then I'm going to go to Deuteronomy to break it down from why the seed of Jacob is scattered in the first place, because they broke the covenant, okay, which is our ancestors, the Israelites, who broke the covenant, okay, the true people of the book, not the fake ones, the ones with the actual bloodline and DNA, Judah, okay. Now, oh, and I don't have on my ePod because for some reason I can't find it, so I might have to order another one. The ePod represents the 12 tribes, but it's okay. I got on my shirt which is the line of Judah. Okay. Let's see. Isaiah 14. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 through 4. Okay. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Yasharel, aka Israel, the real one, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. So those who love the Most High shall be joined with them. Just like the first Exodus, a mixed multitude had went out with the Israelites, okay? With the ancient Israelites during Moses' first Exodus, okay? And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Yasharel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their obsessor. Okay, so who are captives right now? Who have been captives for generations to generations? It would be the AKA Israelites, the Hebrews that are scattered about, because there's no one else in captivity as far as the 1948 state. There is no one else into captivity. Okay. So if the Most High said that then they will be the servers, then it will be a flip side of things. Instead of at the time we've served, they will serve us as well. But it won't be the harsh treatment that the Israelites have faced throughout slavery. Okay, the descendants of the Atlantic slave trade. Okay. Now, that is one of the scriptures. Let's go to Isaiah 60, verse 9 through 10. This is an important, I want to go to Isaiah 60, that is, because this is important for you guys to understand the ships that are coming to bring the Israelites out of the captivity. And Sister Carrie Ann is one who brought that to my attention and others' attention, because it makes sense in scripture. It makes sense of how, if you're going to take, if you're talking about regathering Jacob's seed from the four corners of the earth, the 12 tribes, you're going to need some ships, okay? Because it's not like the first Exodus where they were all in one place like Egypt. It's not like that. They are scattered. So it makes sense. Okay, so let's go to Isaiah 60, okay? 60. Okay, Isaiah 69 through 10, verse 9 through 10. Surely the isles, that's ISLES, shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring your sons from far, their silver and their gold with them unto the name of the Lord, and the holy ones of Yashael, because he has glorified you. And the sons of the strangers shall build up your walls, and their kings shall minister unto you. For in my wrath I smote you, but in my favor I have mercy on you. Okay? And the reason why that is so important to realize, because I'm going to show you how in Deuteronomy 28, verse 67, that is how the Israelites were scattered in the first place, coming on ships through the Atlantic slave trade. This is scripture, guys. If you want to know anything in history It's the Bible. It's the foundation of history. And this is why they want to debunk it. The wicked want to debunk it because they don't want you to know the truth. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28, verse 67 talks about the ships. Okay. Now I'm going back to how the seed of the 12 tribes, not the seed, the descendants of the 12 tribes went into captivity in the first place, okay? 28 verse 67, okay, right here. In the morning you shall say, would to the Most High it was evening. In other words, they're crying out to the Most High, oh Lord, I can't wait till it's evening. And at evening you shall say, would to the Most High it was morning. Oh Lord, I wish it was morning, because they had no rest. Day and night slavery ongoing, just torture, just heavy labor. For the fear of your heart wherewith you shall fear, and for the sight of your eyes with you shall see. And the Most High shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. So why would the Most High say again? Again. Because the first Egypt was the first Exodus with Moses, right? So if he said he's going to bring you to Egypt again with ships, which is modern day Babylon, which means bondage. Egypt means bondage, okay? That's just what it is. With ships. Then that was also the second captivity, okay? That was also the second captivity. First captivity, Egypt. Second captivity, Egypt by ships, according to Deuteronomy 28, verse 67. With ships, by the way whereof I spoke unto you, you shall see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, which means no one will save you. Okay, so who was that? It definitely wasn't the people of 1948. The people in that made up Israel. It wasn't them, because there was no way they were sold unto their enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and they did not come by the way of ships, according to Deuteronomy 28. So the scriptures don't fulfill them because it's not them. Okay? So if the Israelites were brought forth here in America and to the islands and to Pathros and to all the lands all around the world, from the four corners of the earth, scattered about by the way of ships, then the descendants are still here. And if they were brought by ships, they will be brought back by ships. But this time, these ships are going to be the ships of Tarshish, as I read before in Isaiah 60, verse 9 through 10. Okay? So the ships of Tarshish is going to be the cruise liners, as Sister Carrie Ann have prophesied, okay? I've always give credit when credit is due. If I don't say it, I just recognize it. I'll do my own research, but I give credit to those who have prophesied about the ships. She has prophesied about the ships, first off, okay? That, make no mistakes about it, it makes a whole lot of sense. Now, just like Deuteronomy 28 says, verse 67, for bondmen and bondwomen to Egypt again, to bondage again. By the way, I have spoken to you, you shall not see it again. So back then, those were the ancestors that did not see the promised land, that were promised to see the promised land, because they broke the covenant. They broke the contract. They started going after the other nations. They started doing the things that the other nations were doing. The wicked practices, worshiping other gods. So since they broke the contract, therefore the Most High allowed them to go into captivity, okay? Now, with that being said, let me read a little bit more of Deuteronomy 28 so you have the foundation of who the people are. And this is going to be a bit of a long video. I'm sorry, I'm going over 30 minutes. It's worth it, okay? Deuteronomy 28, verse 48 talks about the yoke of iron on the neck, okay? What does yoke of iron mean? Let's go to it. You can Google that. Google yoke of iron, and the first person you'll see is the black slaves like Kunta Kinte with a big yoke of iron on his neck, okay? So 28 verse 48, Deuteronomy. Okay, therefore you shall serve your enemies, which the Most High shall send against you, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. How did they come? They came in nakedness. They were always hungry in those fields, those cotton fields. They were always thirsty in those cotton fields. They didn't get a break. And in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he has destroyed you. That is Deuteronomy 28, verse 48, okay? And let me go to 49 because this makes sense too. And the Most High shall bring a nation against you from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. A nation whose tongue you shall not understand. What does that mean? Okay, who came to Africa to bring the Israelites into captivity? America. America, brought to America. What does America, what is the symbol of America? The eagle. The eagle. Okay, so think about it, okay? Even though they're scattered all about, 12 tribes are scattered all about, but the big tribe of Judah who went into captivity is in America. Okay, so that's Deuteronomy 28, verse 48, okay? A yoke of iron. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 29 through 30. And Deuteronomy 28 is so hard because a lot of people can't, they don't want to stomach it because it is brutal. The first thing you think about is roots. You think about roots. If you want to know anything about the captivity of the Israelites, watch the movie Roots. I say watch the movie Roots with Alex Haley. And then that's the first one. The whole series. Just watch the whole series. I have it somewhere around here. But watch the whole series and then watch the new version, which is on Netflix. And that one is really interesting to me because it goes deeper far as the way they dressed before they came into captivity. See, in the first Roots, they don't show that. They don't show the royalty dress. They don't show the turbans on the head. They don't show that the tribe stood out as a people. They stood out. So the Hamites who sold us into slavery along with the Gentiles, the Caucasian, okay, along with them, they knew who they were going for. They knew the people they were going for because the customs and everything were different in Africa. Okay. Let's see. Where were I? Where was I? Okay. Oh, Deuteronomy 28. So I'm going to Deuteronomy 28, verse 29 through 31. Okay. And you shall grope at noonday as the blind gropes in the darkness, and you shall not prosper in your ways, and you shall be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save you. You shall betroth a woman. In other words, you shall get a woman, and another man shall lie with her. You shall build a house, and you shall not dwell therein. You shall plant a vineyard and shall not gather the grapes thereof. That's what happened after the Atlantic slave trade. That is exactly what happened. They built these houses. They didn't have any of their own. They couldn't enjoy their own woman because the Gentile men, aka the massa, slept with the women and took them for their own and breeded with them. And it was sad, okay? Thankfully, those days are over. The Most High made it a bit easier for the descendants of that time, like myself and others, However, we're still in a captivity because we don't get treated the same way as other nations, still to this day. So it's not over, okay? And what does it say? It goes on to say, and you shall not dwell therein, and you shall plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof. Your ox shall be slain before your eyes, and you shall not eat there. You shall not eat it. Your ass shall be violently taken away from before your face, and you shall not be restored to you. Your sheep shall be given unto your enemies, and you shall have none to rescue them. So everything that you had possessed, it was taken away, okay? Your sons and your daughters shall be given unto another people, and your eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. What happened when that scene in Roots where what's her name? What was her name? I forgot her name. Kizzy was taken away from Kunta Kinte, and they cried and they wept as she went away. She said, "Mama, Daddy," That's exactly what happened in Deuteronomy 28, verse 30. Verse 32. Okay? And this only fits the people that were scattered about and taken in captivity from the Atlantic slave trade. This does not fit the people that is in that place that is created after 1948. I'm sorry. This is your proof. Read the scriptures. Read the King James Version of the Bible. Okay? Now, if you have a Sefer, even better. That's what I have, because it also has the Apocrypha, which has Jubilees, Maccabees, Jasher, and Enoch, the things that were taken out, the other scriptures that were taken out. That's part of the whole Bible, okay? Moving right along. Okay, so that's what happened. And you can read all of it. Let's see. Shall a nation which you know not eat up, and you shall be only oppressed and crushed always, so that you shall be mad for the sight of your eyes, which you shall see. It was angry, okay? You were angry. The Israelites were angry. They were sorrowful, because that's a horrible thing to face. However, so that's also in Jubilees, chapter 1, 14 through 15. Let's read Jubilees chapter 1, 14 through 15, matter of fact. Okay. This is the Most High. Okay, yeah. And I will hide my face from them, and I will deliver them into the hand of the other nations for captivity, and for a prey, and for devouring. And I will remove them from the midst of the land, and I will scatter them among the other nations. And they will forget all my Torah and all my commandments and all my judgments, and will go astray as the new moons and the Sabbaths and the feasts and the Jubilees and the ordinance. So basically, And this is here. Okay. This is right here in Jubilee. Okay. Read that. The Most High is making it clear that he has done this. He has done this. No other man. He has allowed this to happen. He has done this. He's allowed the Israelites to go into captivity. Okay? So, now that has been said, I want to read, and the reason why I'm looking, because I have my notes here that I've written, ladies and gentlemen, because I wanted to cover everything according to the second Exodus. So the Most High was angry, and he has done that. And now that those generations have already died off, sadly to say, the descendants are still scattered about. Okay, the bloodline still goes on. Okay, the remnant is still here, aka the descendants. So let's read Zechariah chapter 7 verse 14, because I want to make it clear to you that you understand that it is the Most High Ahia that has done this. He has done this. He's allowed this to happen. Even though the Gentiles think that they have done this and, oh yeah, it's on our own accord. No, it's him. But also he gets mad at the Gentiles because he said even after their punishment was over, you kept going. You didn't stop when I told you to stop. Now that's a whole nother thing, and we're going to read that another time. 99, let's see, 99, Zechariah. Okay, Zechariah chapter 7, verse 14. And what are we reading? I want to cover, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta plug my phone because it's trying to die on me. I want to cover all of this so people can understand the second Exodus, aka the regathering of the Most High's people. Okay, and the mixed multitude that will go with them. Let's see, 14. Okay, Zechariah chapter 7, verse 14. The Most High says, "But I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations, whom they knew not. Thus the land was desolate after that." The land was desolate after them, that no man passed through nor returned. For the land, the pleasant land, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. That means nobody is there. Nobody is there or supposed to be there. Okay? Read it for yourself. Zechariah chapter 7, verse 14. Now, let's go to Psalms 83, so you'll understand that they are still hidden. The Hebrew Yasha'el Israelites are hidden. People are slowly waking up to who they really are, but they still looking at the other place, that they call Israel. They're still looking at them. And the real seed is hidden. So let's go to Psalms 83. Not 82. 83. Okay. Psalms 83. Bless her heart. She always say 82, but it's just a mistake. It's just a mistake. Okay, Psalms 83, my dear. Okay. Okay, Psalms 83. Boy, Psalms is really big, as well as Deuteronomy. Okay. Okay. Psalms 83. It says, and this is the Israelites crying out to the Most High, keep not your silence, O Elohim. Hold not your peace. My Bible says Elohim. It might say, O God, or Yah, or Lord in another one. Hold not your peace, and be not still, O Lord. For lo, your enemies make a tumult. Tumult. Have we heard that word before? Yes, we have. And they have hate you and lifted up the head. Okay? They lifted up our head of our Christ, our King. They have hated him. They have taken crafty counsel against your people and consulted against your hidden ones. Okay? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the names of Yashael, Israel, may be no more in remembrance. So why do you think the only people that doesn't have a true culture is let's just use the African Americans as an example, and those who are scattered about? Okay, I'm one of them. I'm an African American. Okay, but let's use everyone that has been scattered about. Okay, even those scattered to Jamaica, to Brazil, and everyone. But they have a different culture, but it's not the thing about the African Americans. We don't have a culture at all. None. It makes a whole lot of sense that we are hidden. Okay? Our tongue has been taken away, our language, our customs, the way we dress, the way we're supposed to handle ourselves, everything has been stripped. Soon as our ancestor has arrived here, they've taken even the scriptures. Didn't want us to read the Bible. Didn't want us to read. Okay? Think about that. And then it goes on to say, and this is Psalms 83. Read Psalms 83, verse 1 through 8. Verse 1 through 8. And it says, okay, verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against your people and consulted against your hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, verse 4, that the name of Yashael may be no more in remembrance. Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. All of these other nations that have went against one nation. Whoa. How ironic. And why does everybody in the world hate black people? Hate the bloodline of Jacob. Okay, don't want to acknowledge the real biblical Christ of Judah. They acknowledge the Caesar Borgias, the white version, not the real one. Okay? It's very important, the bloodline. The Most High knows who they are, even the ones that are mixed. He knows the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the seed of Jacob. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you. Who is confederate? Who? Wow. Where have we heard that word, confederate? The Confederate flag has been used against our people. They're not used against those people over there. The Confederate flag is used against our people, aka the Israelites. Okay? And the Confederate, they have been confederate against Christ himself. Why? Because they do not acknowledge the real biblical Messiah, Yesiah the Christ. They don't acknowledge him. Some say Yeshua. Some say Yahweh. Some say Jesus. But they don't acknowledge the true biblical Messiah. They are confederate against him. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, which is the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagrim, Geva, Ammon, Amalek, the Palestinians, okay, in the Bible it say the Philistines, they are the modern day Palestinians, which with the inhabitants of Tasor, Asher also is joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot, Selah. Okay, so back to scriptures about the second Exodus. So now we know who the people are. We laid the foundation of how we've gotten into captivity, how the descendants are forced to be in captivity because of the ancestors. Now let's go with some more scriptures. Let's go to Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30 verse 3. And when the Most High says again, that means again. That means it has not happened yet, but it will happen again when he regather his children from the four corners of the earth, from where he has scattered them. Okay? Where he has scattered them. Not anyone else, not mankind. He has allowed mankind to scatter his children. Okay? Jeremiah 30, verse 3. Okay? Okay. Verse 3 says, "For lo, the days come, says the Most High, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Yasharel and Judah, Israel and Judah, says the Most High, and I will cause them to return to the land that I have gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it." Okay? He makes it very clear. Because it was given to our fathers. It was given to the Hebrews fathers. It was given to the Judah and Israel fathers. But they did not keep the contract. So he, as the covenant was promised to Abraham, he gave it to, he will return them in the fourth generation, which is the descendants. Okay? Now, Jeremiah 30, verse 10. The same thing again. "Therefore fear you not, have no fear, O my servant Jacob, says the Most High, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save you from afar, and your seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid." Okay? "For I am with you, says the Most High, to save you. Though I made a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered you, yet I will not make a full end of you." So no matter what, no matter how many times they try to kill the seed of Jacob, they try to kill the 12 tribes off through everything that every trap that they have set our people in, okay, which the sword has not departed from the house of Jacob, a house of David. That is prophecy. Yes, they are continued. The brothers are killing each other through gang banging, through music, through just all kinds of wickedness, and also the drugs that they put in our neighborhoods. the abortion clinics that they put in our neighborhoods, the bad food, the McDonald's, the all this stuff. No matter what, the Most High says he will not. Let me read that again. And this is Jeremiah 30, verse 10. Okay? Verse 10 through 12. Yeah. Jeremiah 10 through 12. Now, the exact verse for 11. For I am with you, says the Most High, say to save you. Though I made a full end of all the nations, whether I have scattered you, yet will I not make a full end of you. But I will correct you in measure, and I will not leave you altogether unpunished. For thus says the Lord, your bruises is incredible, and your wounds is grievous. We're tired. Our people are tired of being persecuted from every corner. Okay? So the Most High will gather Yashael and save your seed from the land of their captivity once again. Now, that was Jeremiah. Okay? We already went through that 30 verse 3. Now, let's go to Jeremiah 12 verse 13. I'm going to read all of them. I'm going to read all the ones that the Most High have guided me to write down, and there's plenty more. Okay, it's throughout the whole scriptures about the regathering. So those who think there would not be a second Exodus, you need to read your Bible and you need to understand it, honey. Okay, Jeremiah 12 verse 13, because I'm gonna read all of Jeremiah first, and then I'm gonna go to Zechariah and Ezekiel. 12 verse 13. Jeremiah chapter 12. Sorry. I can't turn the pages correctly right now. 12. Okay, verse 13. They have sown wheat, but shall reap thorns. They have put themselves in pain, but shall not profit, and they shall be ashamed. Wait. Of you, because of the fierce anger of Yah. Okay. It's Jeremiah 16, verse 14. Sorry, guys. I read so many different things, I forgot where I marked it for. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14 through 17. Okay. Yeah. Therefore, behold, the days come, says the Most High, that it shall no more be said that the Lord lives that brought up the children of Yasharel out of the land of Egypt. But as the Lord lives that brought up the children of Yasharel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he has driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. He says it again. So with that being said, let's keep going. From 14, so Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14 through 17. Okay, let's keep going. Behold, I will send for many fishers, says the Most High, and they shall fish them. There goes the water again. The angels will come and fish you, the fishers. And I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So the angels will hunt for you, the hunters and the fishers will come gather you from the islands, from the Americas, from Europe, from everywhere that they have scattered the seed of Jacob. Okay? That was, again, Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14 through 17, talks about the fishers and the hunters. Let's go to Zechariah 10, verse 10. Zechariah. Okay, Zechariah 10, verse 10. Yeah. Okay, verse 10. I will bring them again. This is another time he says again. Also out of the land of Egypt, and gather them out of Asher, and I will bring them into the land of Gilead and Lebanon, and place shall not be found for them. And he shall pass through the sea with affliction, and shall smite the waves in the sea, and all the deeps of the river shall dry up. And the pride of Asher shall be brought down, and the scepter of Egypt shall depart away. And I will strengthen them in the Most High, and they shall walk up and down in his name, says the Most High. Says Yahuwah. Says Ahiah. That is deep. That's deep. So all this pride that these other nations have will be brought down when they will be amazed and shocked to see who the true children of the 12 tribes are, and how the Most High will gather them again through the sea. So if you want to talk about, I gotta write that down. I have to really highlight that, because there's another reference to the sea. There's another reference to the sea. That's Jeremiah 10:10. Yeah, Jeremiah 10, verse 10. Okay, that's another reference to the sea. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Ezekiel 36, verse 8. At hand to come. And that's how I put it in my notes. At hand to come. Ezekiel. Oh, we're going to read a lot of Ezekiel. So let's just stay in Ezekiel for a minute. Okay, Ezekiel. Ezekiel 36, verse 8. Chapter 36, verse 8. This is good, guys. You guys have to go to these scriptures as I'm going over it. This is so you can understand the second Exodus. This is very important. The Most High really wanted me to cover this. Like, it would not leave my brain. After everything that I have been through, the Lord, oh, he's so faithful. And he said, take up your loins, be my scribe. Be my scribe. And that's what I'm doing. That's what he told me. Be his scribe. Ezekiel chapter 36. So before I can be a full prophetess, I have to be the scribe. That's what the Most High gave me. Okay, 36 verse 8. Yeah. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and your fruit to my people of Israel, Yasharel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown. Okay? The Lord has said, to the branches bring us back. To the branches bring us back. To the sea bring them back. Okay? Father, willing that I see this. Okay? But it is in this fourth generation. That was Ezekiel 36, chapter 36, verse 8. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 21, which he has shown me again. But I had pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. So that's the reason why the Lord has done this, because our ancestors had profaned the name. Therefore say unto the house of Yashael, thus says Adonai Yahuwah, I do not this for your sake, of house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which you have profaned among the heathen, whither you went, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which you have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Most High, says Adonai Ahia, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. It's there. It's there. That's Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 24. The Lord must reclaim his name. How beautiful is that? That's beautiful. He said, I have to reclaim my name. I'm doing this for me, because you guys are the apple of my eye. I chose you. That's why even through the suffering of the Yasha'elites, even through all this homelessness that they put us through and all this stuff and suffering, and our people just suffering, they still survive without nothing. Without nothing. No matter how many the other nations look down on them. Oh, they don't have no money. They're broke. They're this, they're that. They're poor. They're in poverty. They're the lowest race. But the lowest race still have the greatest among all the kings. And that is him. The greatest among all the kings. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Remember that. Remember that. Just as he did not give the Levites an inheritance, but they were the greatest among the tribes. The tribes. They were the priests, the priesthood, the ones who were the only group to hold the covenant of the ark. And that's why my couches are green, because that was the color of the Levites. Oh, the color. Okay. Anyhow, let me not get off track. Levite and Judah. So that was Jeremiah. No. That was Ezekiel 36, verse 24. Let's go to Ezekiel 37, verse 21. Okay. And says unto them, thus says the Most High, behold, I will take the children of Yasharel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. Okay? And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be the king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations. They shall be divided into two kingdoms anymore. So Yasharel and Judah will not be divided into separate kingdoms no more, because we will have one king, and that's Yesiah the Christ, the one who shed his blood on the cross, the real Lion of Judah. Okay? Now, oh God, I just get chills. Like, okay. Where am I? Ezekiel 39. Let's read Ezekiel 39, verse 21. I can go on and on, guys. I can go on and on. Verse 21 through 29. Okay. And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathens shall see my judgment that I have executed in my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Yasharel shall know that I am the Lord their God from that day and forward. And verse 23 says, and the heathen shall know that the house of Yasharel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they transgressed against me. Therefore I hid my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Therefore thus says the Most High, now, 25, I will bring them again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Yasharel, and will be jealous for my holy name. Oh, his wrath is coming from you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The descendants of the heathens. I'm so sorry. If you do not repent and turn to the Most High, he coming for you. He coming because I felt a wind of the Holy Spirit. Like, he's coming. He's coming. Just by me saying that, I felt like a rush, like a wind. He is coming, and he's going to redeem his name. That was Ezekiel. Whoa. That was Ezekiel 39. Okay. And that is verse 25. Let's keep going to 29. Okay. And I will be jealous for my holy name. Okay. And 26 says, after that, they have borne their shame and all their transgressions whereby they have transgressed against me, when they dwelt safety in their land, and none made them afraid. So before the captivity came about them, the Yasharelites, they were perfect. They were content. They dwelt in safety in the land, in the promised land, because that's where Moses didn't get to see the promised land at the time, but they did. And then they transgressed again, of course, and then they were driven out. And that's years and years and years scattered about. And then, of course, after they died out, then the Atlantic slave trade. It was just so much back in captivity, back in captivity, back in captivity, okay? So now the Lord is ready to really regather them, okay? So 27, when I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations, then shall they know that I am the Lord their God, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Yasharel, says the Most High Adonai Yahuwah. Yeah. So that was Ezekiel 39, verse 21 to 29. Yep. Let's read one more. How about we read Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 7. And this should be the last one that I have recognized. Now, if I keep reading, I know I have some more in here, but it's so much reference to the regathering, to what the Most High is going to do. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 7. And the coast shall be for the remnant. Is it coast or cost? COAST. Shall be for the remnant of the house of Judah. They shall feed thereupon in the house of Ashkelon. Shall they lie down in evening, and for Yahuwah Eloheinu shall visit them and turn away their captivity. Okay? There we go again. Now let me read Jubilees verse 1. And I think this is the last thing I'm going to read for today. 243. Jubilees. And this is so ironic because how they take out Jubilees, I don't know. Because Jubilee is actually here before Deuteronomy 28. Before Deuteronomy. Wait, is it? Is it before Deuteronomy or after Deuteronomy? Oh, it's right after Deuteronomy, actually. Yeah, right after. So Jubilees, chapter 1, verse 16 through 19. That's interesting. Yeah. 1 verse 16. Okay. And after this, they will turn to me from amongst the other nations with all their heart and with all their soul and with all their strength. And I will gather them from amongst all the other nations, and they will seek me, so that I shall be found of them when they seek me with all their heart and with all their soul. Thus says the Most High. So that is it, guys. And let me just end this by singing this sweet song, because I want you guys to realize the importance of understanding the second Exodus. Okay. And then I will break it down as to where this will come. Okay. As the prophecy is, during the time of the Antichrist coming into office and coming into being ruler of all the nations, that's when the Israelites are taken away and going into the second Exodus and going into the regathering, because it's going to be so bad. And that's during the time of the mark of the beast, so 3.5 years. So during that time, and once that time is done, then the Most High burst those clouds open and regather the remnant that is left, that didn't take the mark of the beast, and also us in the wilderness. All right. God willing. Most High willing. Okay, anyways. Here we go. Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah. Sorry, guys. I need water. Echad. We got to praise Yah, praise Yah, praise Yah, praise Yah. Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Yay! And that is all, folks. So read those scriptures to understand the second Exodus, aka the regathering of the 12 tribes, the tribe of Judah and of Israel, scattered amongst all the nations, and even those who are still dwelling in the lands of Africa and Cush, the Ethiopians.